In all my time playing games, I've seen plenty of different communities. Out of all of them, I've never seen one implode on itself like the zombies community for Call of Duty. And this video is going to be one of those high effort videos that I do, like once in a blue moon, eh? And this will probably take a while to upload, and I know you guys have missed me. So in this video, I'm going to go over why the zombies community isn't just... This is going to sound like one of those channels where it's like, it's not just dying, it's being murdered. Nah, it's not just dying, it's just collapsing on itself through various different factors, and I'm going to go through them in this video. And the first one, according to my notes... I've done notes for this video. It's high effort, trust me. Okay, first point, YouTubers.
And as you guys know, with my channel, I am a parasite to zombies. Without it, I cannot upload good content.
YouTubers are inadvertently contributing to the zombies community collapsing, and allow me to explain this. Once prominent figures no longer enjoy making zombies content, if you'll divert your attention to the screenshots on the screen now, you'll notice stuff from prominent figures like Noah J, Mr. T Lexify, Codename Pizza, The Smith Plays, Pro Syndicate, all agreeing that they no longer enjoy making zombies content anymore, and that they want to branch out. And I think that's great. But it's almost like they've realized that just dedicating your business and your livelihood and your channel to a singular game mode wasn't a good idea, and it's not a sustainable business model, because at the end of the day, you want your channel to be a business so you can earn money and make it your, your job. So, I'd like to draw comparisons to Fortnite and why so many COD Zombies YouTubers decided to move there. The difference between COD Zombies and Fortnite is that there's only so much innovation you can do with Call of Duty Zombies, and what I mean by that is you don't want to innovate too much with zombies because it'll lose the simplicity of what it is, and that'll alienate the die-hard veterans of the game mode. You also want to make it new and exciting for the returning fans and the newcomers, and I'd say they've done a pretty good job of that, but again, there's only so much you can do with this game mode. But when you look at something like Fortnite, the difference is that there's so many variables with a Battle Royale mode. And if you follow Epic Games on Twitter, the amount of content they're pumping into this game is incredible. And the fact that it's for free as well. And they've made, like, what? They made 3 billion last year, according to one article I read. I'm not too sure. I'll have that on the screen now. But with Fortnite, I feel like that's why a lot of YouTubers moved there, because they knew it could keep their channels alive, almost, because they would be able to churn out so much different content for it. But then again, this isn't the first time that Call of Duty Zombies YouTubers have tried to move away from zombies in order to sustain their channels. One example I'm going to use is Overwatch. Overwatch came out in 2016, as did Black Ops 3. Actually, no, Black Ops 3 came out in 2015. Apologies. Black Ops 3 came out in 2015 in November, I think. And Overwatch came out a few months later in 2016. So around halfway through Black Ops 3's lifespan. And you'd know, if you go to these channels around that time, if you just decide to scroll through them, you'll notice that a lot of them kind of tend to diverge away from zombies and onto Overwatch, because at this time, zombies was just getting boring. There was nothing to it. And they tried to sustain it by moving on to different games, but the loud minority of fans do not like that. And the silent majority did. And it resulted in people like Mr. T Lexify making videos like this.
And everybody gave me suggestions about how to save the community like I did back in Black Ops 2. And if you think I'm sounding pretentious, look at my comment section. There are tons of people asking me, why aren't you saving the community? Why aren't you making top 5s again? Like, newsflash, guys, it's not going to work again. People have given me suggestions about making different types of events like EE4C, but you don't understand, it's never enough. You cannot do it. I've gained weight, I've lost friends, I don't exercise, I've lost my passion, and I've become a drone.
I fully agree with him. I mean, you can't try and sustain a video game mode. That's the job of the developers. It's the developers' job to keep that mode alive, and they didn't until Zombies Chronicles came out, and then everyone forgot about that in a few months. And I feel like the mentioning of the loud minority can go into my next point regarding why the zombies community is dying, and that's toxicity.
I disagree with you. Oh, cool, I block you.
Okay, so toxicity has been mainly it's always been there, but it has never been as prominent as it has been with Black Ops 4. Toxicity is what makes people want to leave the community at the end of the day. One example I'm going to use is the most recent Zombies map, which I cannot remember the name for, Dead of the Night, Night of the Dead, I don't care. There was a bit of discrepancy between Glitching Queen and Mr. Off Waffles' Easter egg team. I can't remember the names, I'm so sorry. The screenshots will be on the screen here shortly. Basically, how it went was, when Mr. Off Waffles was live streaming, they were getting advice from someone in the chat who was apparently the fired playtester from Treyarch. And Glitching Queen didn't like that was happening, so what she did was her and her friends were using mutations to fit, like, you know, more health, more points, get stuff done quicker, and all that. So she essentially cheated herself to get the Easter egg ending, uploaded it, then released a now deleted explanation video basically saying, yeah, they cheated, so we decided to do the same. And that caused a few discrepancies between members of Mr. Offwaffles' group and her. She didn't respond to any of this, obviously, but safe to say they were very annoyed, which you'll see on the tweet on the screen now. And it's that infighting that causes the collapse of a community. When, I'm not kidding, look at where the community was a few years back. EE for C, Easter eggs for charity. I'm not kidding, I watched the whole live stream and it was so awesome because I was flicking back and forth between all my favourite YouTubers and just seeing them go head to head for charity in such a nice way, in a nice manner. Raising all that money for charity was awesome. But now they're all at each other's throats because they didn't get to finish the Easter egg first, or one of them was getting help but they didn't even know they were getting, which, in my personal opinion, I think they knew what they were doing with the playtester. They knew that he knew things that he shouldn't have known. In my personal opinion, I feel like there has been some serious developer neglect in terms of the Zombies game mode itself, which I'll get into later on, but if you think about it this way, if Sledgehammer or Infinity Ward neglected their versions of zombies like Treyarch are doing now, there'd be uproar. But because it's Treyarch, it's like, oh yeah, trust in them, do no wrong, they'll get it right. But they're not. And I'll explain why shortly. And then there's also the Reddit community, which, oh god, a lot of them are awful. They will defend this game to death like it is the second coming of Jesus. It can do no wrong. And members, you've got these fans that are accusing their favourite, you know, influencers and YouTubers of ditching the game because they decided they wanted to upload like a 5-minute clip of Fortnite. You can't just go all toxic waste on them because they decided they didn't like the new map, or they think that the current DLC model is shit. And that brings me on to my third and final point. Allow me to flip my notebook over.
Holy Jesus. What is that? What the fuck is that? What is that private pile?
The DLC structure. Now, this applies to zombies and also every other game mode, multiplayer and blackout. The DLC structure is flawed as shit, and I will explain why now. Activision have seen that the current DLC model does not work. The old way of buy the season pass, download all 4 map packs, 1 zombies map per pack, 4 maps per pack. They've seen that that doesn't work, but they seem to be reluctant to leave it in the past, which is where the Black Ops Pass comes in, a strange, warped version of a season pass. And what they've also done is they've tried incorporating, you know, Fortnite tier systems and black market stuff into it, where you can buy, you know, little cosmetic things here and there with COD points. And having them both in a game doesn't work, and it kind of undermines why games like Fortnite and their content make so much money. And to be honest, I'm gonna sum this up right here, why Call of Duty's version of what Fortnite is doing does not work. Charging 200 COD points for a reticle with a hole in it does not work when there is no method of earning COD points outside of buying them. That's where Fortnite gets it right. And I know I'm using Fortnite as a comparison, but you can't disagree with me in saying that they are taking a lot from Fortnite in the most recent game. Fortnite's tier system allows you to earn V-Bucks by just playing the game. Black Ops 4 does not let you do that. You have to buy the COD points. There is no other option unless, you know, you bought the Black Ops Pass and you get like, oh yeah, have like 2,000 COD points on us, because that's what I got when I got my edition. But again, you're still paying for them technically. But with Fortnite, it's, you could get everything in the game for free. Just buying V-Bucks is an option, not a necessity. And I think that's where Black Ops 4 fails its community in terms of its content. 3 months since launch, we have had 1 new map, and it wasn't that good. But when you look at what Fortnite can do in 3 months, it's like, yeah, we're going to introduce a new gun. It's going to be broken, but you're going to love it anyways. We're going to introduce airplanes, balloons. You like balloons, right? It's going to be snowing as well. You like snow, where you throw snowballs. Honestly, I don't know if that stuff's still in the game. I don't play Fortnite. I haven't played it in a while, but I like to keep up, you know, as best as I can. And yeah, that's about it. That's about it for this video. I'm going to have to end it there. Don't forget to subscribe. My goal is 100 subs. Again. I'm not bitter. Shut up. And I shall see you in the next video, whenever that may be. Bye-bye.